set for our final Sweet 16 matchup of the day. The inside battle, Ejim and Aaliyah Moore, is going to be so fun to watch.
Yeah, both players bring tremendous energy. Both of them run the floor. And really, with the guard play, the combination of the threes for Gonzaga and for Texas, ball screen set for Madison Booker.
Winner gets NC State in the Elite Eight. Texas controlling the tip. Here's Shaylee Gonzalez. And inside to Aaliyah Moore, who's coming back from that injury last year. She'll feed her new point guard, Madison Booker. You notice Deanna Gaston in the starting lineup for Texas. We don't expect to see Taylor Jones. They put her in concussion protocol after taking a hard fall in the second round game. Their win against Alabama.
Texas rotation so good defensively. One of the best in the country at drawing charges. Every player's got to be willing to sacrifice their body.
I think that's required when you sign up to play for Vic Schaefer.
It's on your national letter of intent.
Yes. You will take a charge multiple times. Madison Booker in the short corner.
Okay, that's 2 plays in a row that Vic Schaefer has drawn up for his freshman point guard to be the scoring option.
And Texas showing that pressure. This is Kaylee Trong. Over to Yvonne Ejim. Up and in for Brenna Maxwell, the Utah transfer.
I told you the Zags will be shooting the 3. Maxwell getting them started.
They are 7th in the nation in threes per game. They average about 9.5 made three-pointers a basketball game. And Leah Moore loses it. Kaylee Trong on the wing. Eliza Hollingsworth was looking inside for Ejim, but swatted away by the Texas defense.
It's going to be tough to get the ball to Ejim from the wing. Help side is going to be there, the rotation for the Texas Longhorn.
Vic Schaefer is in his 4th season leading Texas. He lost his All-American point guard, Rory Harmon, back on December 23rd. And Madison Booker had 3 days to get ready to move to the point guard position and run this team. Not an easy thing to do, but boy, has she handled it well.
Well, and Vic Schaefer talked about it wasn't just getting Madison Booker ready. He had to get himself ready for that as well, because he was devastated and really hurt for Rory Harmon going down the way that she did.
Kaylin Trong, an opening, but short on the layup.
The dribble drive offense keeps the ball moving from side to side.
Shea Holly, she'll take that road bounce.
Madison Booker is not a typical Vic Schaefer point guard, though.
Well, she didn't come in as a point guard, so.
Well, and because he's used to, most of his point guards, too, are small. But when Rory Harmon went down, he said he didn't have tryouts. He knew right away who he was going to have run his team.
And Yvonne Ejim going up, she's going to be fouled by Shaylee Gonzalez. Meanwhile, for the Zags, Lisa Fortier in her 10th season. She's the conference coach of the year. Started her out as an assistant at Gonzaga. Was actually a part of that staff when they went to their only Elite Eight appearance in 2011.
She does a great job. She is 6-time Western Coast Conference Coach of the Year.
Not bad. And she talked about connectivity. That's something they've worked on a lot with this team. It's been a theme throughout the season. The goal was to be the most connected team in the country. She pushed this group to have some uncomfortable conversations. It brought them closer together, and now look at the run they've put together.
Well, and it shows on the floor. And other coaches that I've talked to that have had to scout Gonzaga talks about the discipline and the determination that this team stays with in executing offensively. They can get late in the shot clock and still get a good shot.
Kaylin Trong tripped up on the floor, and there's a scramble for the basketball. Ejim back with it.
Both these two teams, when it comes to rebounding, they don't just depend on their post play to rebound the basketball. The guards have to get in there as well.
And that's going to be a turnover for Texas. Trying to go high-low, and Vic Schaefer will make a substitution. Adija Faye checking in, number 20 in that white jersey for Texas, to replace Deanna Gaston.
Having the Trong sisters, the twins, if you take away one from running the offense, the other one can be there.
And Kaylee Trong, number 11 in black, is going to draw the foul. That's on Madison Booker, her first. Wide open spaces for Kaylee Trong. She's back after an injury last season.
Change of speed by Kaylee. So deceptive. Defense stop and go. Opens up that drive.
And Aaliyah Moore is fouled.
Watch this change of speed. Kaylee Trong hesitate and then explode out to have the easy two.
He missed 23 games last season with a right ankle injury. Talking about Lee Trong. Her sister really stepped up last year, was the conference player of the year. When Lee was out, Lynn took over. And so crazy, Brooke talked about it at the start of this game, how similar their numbers are offensively.
Lisa Fortier got two for the price of one.
She'll gladly take it.
Absolutely.
Lee Moore knocks both free throws down, and Texas sets that pressure again.
This motion offense for Gonzaga, you see. Oh, Aaliyah Moore in the passing lane.
And misses the layup. Faye with the block. Gonzalez, the stop, drops in the shot. And there's going to be an offensive foul on Mott Hybens of Gonzaga, her first. Well, it's no easy task playing point guard, especially in the middle of your freshman season. Coming up, Madison Booker takes over for Harmon. For tonight's Need to Know, brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods, you need to know Madison Booker, the Big 12 Player of the Year, the Big 12 Freshman of the Year. December 27th is when Roy Harmon went down after tearing her ACL in a shoot-around, and they looked to Madison Booker, who was a freshman forward, to take over at the point guard position.
It took her a little while to adjust, but she said now she has learned how to set her teammates up. That not only does she have to be responsible of where she's got to be, but where everybody else is. And it's hard to be a point guard for Vic Schaefer.
Yeah, no kidding. Lots of pressure, lots of demands. He expects him and his point guard to have the same brain. Madison Booker, a two-time Mississippi Gatorade Player of the Year. Shea Holley, it's back-to-back threes now for Texas. Gonzalez and then Holley.
Now, Shea Holley has been playing at the University of Texas for 4 seasons, and I was looking back at her numbers. She started out her freshman year only playing 7 minutes a game. That's grown to 16 sophomore, 25 junior, to 32 minutes a game this season.
10-0 run for Texas. Well, going back to the point guard position, Roy Harmon does so much, and she's still so involved. You see her in this huddle in the last timeout, right behind Madison Booker. That's where you will always find her. She's like a second set of eyes and ears and a sounding board for Madison as she's trying to learn and take over this point guard role.
Well, and she said she knows from being a point guard, a lot of times you have a lot of people delivering the message to you, and at times she doesn't have to say anything. She just helps Madison when she needs it. She's got questions or she needs encouragement or an explanation. But sometimes it's just there. Her presence is support of Booker.
Rebound by Shea Holley, another chance for Texas here.
That's what I love, that mid-range game that Madison Booker has. That one didn't go, but more times than not, they do.
Talking to Roy Harmon today at shoot-around, she said, look, if anybody knows what it's like to come in as a freshman and play point guard for Vic Schaefer, she goes, I do. Yeah. I know exactly what it feels like, and I know how hard it is.
But she said it's not just what she gives to Madison. She looks at it as Madison gives something to her. Because she's not able to be on the floor, she said, I can learn from if Madison does something well or she doesn't do something as good as she needs to or makes mistakes. That's still a learning opportunity for Roy Harmon.
Well, Madison Booker will take a seat with 2 free throws as Yvonne Ejim is at the free throw line. And Roy Harmon has kind of turned into Coach Harmon on the sidelines.
That's right. She's already got the notebook in hand. So one of her big duties is to chart kills, which equates to 3 defensive stops in a row. We all know how much Vic Schaefer loves the defense. So, for Rory to kind of take on that coaching role, she's got to be more engaged and in a different way and kind of be in that supportive teammate role there on the sidelines.
Yeah, this is the notebook that the GAs got for Rory after she went down with that injury. She immediately became Coach Harmon. You see her coaching on the floor, on the sidelines.
Can you imagine next season when both Roy Harmon and Madison Booker can
Watch
be on?
out.
Woo!
We get to see that for what, about 12 games this year?
Yeah, and that was just a taste of what's to come. Now also having a healthy Aaliyah Moore, number 23, back on the floor as well. That's the energy for the Longhorns.
Right now, Shaylee Gonzalez is having to take over at that point position because Madison Booker has 2 fouls. No field goals for Gonzaga in the last 4 minutes, and there's an offensive foul on Trong. On Kaylee Trong, her second.
Aaliyah Moore took that charge. She has 27 drawn charges on the season.
It's the most on Texas's team. Oh, and Shea Holley's pass sails. She was trying to get it over to Jacqueline Winantanda.
Vic Schaefer talked about how proud he is of this team. He said, bet you all of y'all probably counted us out when Roy Harmon went down, but how this team is pulled together, and they're so scrappy. Everybody he puts on the floor. But I don't think you have a choice. To play for Vic Schaefer, you've got to be ready to get after it.
And Texas with its first #1 seed since 2004.
He actually smiled in our meetings yesterday. You know, he usually has
He's
a little
very serious usually.
gray cloud over him. He was happy yesterday.
He loves this team.
And the thing that he loves about this team is they come to go to work. He said the only thing really he has to worry about, he says, as long as they know where the bus is and what time it's leaving, they come and bring their work pelt every day.
Especially defensively, they're doing a good job right now as Gonzaga hasn't had a field goal in 5 minutes. That's going to be the first foul against Deanna Gaston. Texas in a bit of a scoring drought too. No points for the Longhorns in the last 3 minutes. Shot clock still on. Gonzalez has taken over at the point with Booker on the bench. 2 fouls. And Aaliyah Moore just takes it to the rack.
That's where you go if you're Texas and you need a bucket, because she can get downhill and she's strong enough to finish through contact.
Ejim trying to go a little high-low there with Hollingsworth. And Yvonne Ejim, who's their leading scorer and rebounder, does not have a field goal yet. 4 points, but all from the free throw line. Three seconds, Gaston. High arcing shot. Texas will take it. They end the quarter on a 14-2 run. When we come back, we'll catch up with Lisa Fortier, Gonzaga's head coach. They trail after 10 minutes. The NCAA Women's Championship is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Moments ago, Brooke caught up with Gonzaga head coach Lisa Fortier.
Coach, an 18-9 lead for Texas here in the first quarter. How do you want to see your offense open up?
Well, I think we need to get some stops. Then we can run in transition and we can get them moving. I think we're a little impatient on the first or second side, and if we can get them guarding multiple sides of the court, then I think we're going to find ourselves in a position where we have open teammates, but we're not doing that right now.
You're able to get Madison Booker into foul trouble too already. How can you exploit that situation?
Well, I mean, they have to play with their bench. Some of the players that aren't on the scout, they're not the same. She's the player of the year. So if we can get some stops, then we can go down there. You're not going against the same type of player.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Let's check out tonight's great play presented by Great Clips, and it's Texas's defense. They held the Zags to a first quarter low for the season.
They have been flying around everywhere, and the one thing that you know you're going to get from Texas is getting up the line and in the passing lane. The rotation is going to be there. They are connected defensively. That is the priority for the Longhorns.
Texas holding Gonzaga to shooting just 18% from the field. They have held opponents under 40% from the field in 22 games, and they're 21-1 when they do that. Fewest points in the first quarter this season for Gonzaga, just 9. And Yvonne Ejim, their leading scorer and the conference player of the year, doesn't have a field goal make.
Ejim gets a lot of her points and gets going offensively right here, running in transition. That's why Lisa Fortier talked about getting stops. If they can get stops, that'll allow number 15 in the dark jersey to get out and run in transition.
That'll be the first foul against Mwenentanda. Yvonne Ejim missed a couple of games because she went to play with the Canadian national team in an Olympic qualifier, and she told us it's really helped me adapt to all different kinds of styles of basketball and opponents that we see.
Oh, on the international stage, it is physical. There are tricks of the trade, little holding where they can do it where the officials can't see it.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, she's playing against some professional women when you're competing with your national team. So that's a great experience.
She's the first at Gonzaga with double-doubles in 2 NCAA tournament games. Deanna Gaston got herself to the free throw line. First foul against Eliza Hollingsworth. Gaston, a 78% free throw shooter. Misses the first. The NCAA Men's Basketball Sweet 16 continues tonight on CBS and TBS. For more information on game times and networks, go to ncaa.com. It was a little wild for the NC State fans in our last game because they're having to watch the men and the women play at the same time. But the result was the same, both going to the Elite Eight.
I think they were okay suffering through it, flipping back and forth to keep update on those scores.
Your Boilermakers took down the Gonzaga men earlier today. Still 7 minutes here without a field goal for the Zags.
Texas is making the Zags go not to first, second, third, but all the way sometimes to their fourth and fifth option.
Shaylee Gonzalez makes that look so easy. She is 8th among active scorers in Division I. Over 2,300 points in her career.
Shaylee Gonzalez and Shay Holly, their shots are so quick in transition. When they get an open look, if they're going to take it, there's no hesitation. It's going. Otherwise, they put it on the deck and drive.
We talked about those two players you mentioned, they're going to be key offensively for Texas.
And you see Gonzalez did not hesitate when she came off. And as a good shooter, you know you're going to have the shot before the ball is in your hands because you know where the defense is or where the defense isn't.
Texas has to sub out Gaston. She picks up her second foul. Madison Booker is on the bench right now for Texas with 2 fouls. She's only played 7 minutes tonight. Faye with the steal and score. Texas loves to use that defense to create offense. And an illegal screen on Yvonne Ejim.
Texas flying around. Faye with the reach, the pick, and then the easy 2 on the other end.
That last offensive foul on that screen, that's going to be the second on Yvonne Ejim, so she will take a seat on the Gonzaga bench.
A lot of times defensively, you can draw those offensive fouls if you make the effort to not run through the screen, but to get in the same path or get over the screen. It's one of the things Vic Schaefer emphasizes with it. Like running into a screen, that's false effort. Because you see the screen is there, so you got to make the decision: are you going under it or over it? But through it is not an option.
Hollingsworth just picked up her second foul. And possession arrow has us going the opposite way.
Just the speed defensively for Texas is giving the Zags a lot of problems.
Kaylin Trong lets it fly. And Gonzaga, who is a great three-point shooting team, they do it better than anyone in the nation, shooting just 20%. They're 1 for 5.
What did Lisa tell Brooke? She said, we've got to get the ball from one side to the other. It's been 1, maybe 2 passes before the shot's gone up. Gonzaga just looks sped up. Nothing is fluid for them offensively right now.
4 seconds. Kaylin Trong had to let it go.
And the ball never got to the second side.
This will be Gonzaga's basketball. That's the second one on Faye. So she'll be replaced by Amina Muhammad.
Vic Schaefer's having to use quite a number of his reserves.
They're not dropping off. They're still bringing that tough defense because Gonzaga 0 for its last 9.
on the ball screens. Texas bringing a hard hedge and a recover.
There it is. Over 9 minutes without a field goal until Kaylin Trong connects. Gonzalez going inside to Muhammad. Up off the window for Amina Muhammad. Seconds. All the way around the rim and out. And Aaliyah Moore battling for it. She'll get the ball for Texas.
Texas has been so good defensively of hedging on the ball screen. So when you're hedging on the ball screen, keep an eye on Shea Holly there. She helps over. She doesn't need to. She's got to stay wide on the shooter and allow her guard defense to recover, but she can't come off the strong side. Weak side defense, that's the fault of the passer.
And Brenna Maxwell getting in there and stealing it away. Going to be a foul underneath on Amina Muhammad. If you're just tuning in, Texas has played the majority of this first half without Madison Booker, the Big 12 Player of the Year. She's only played 7 minutes after picking up 2 fouls. But Texas has been able to maintain this lead. Their scrappy defense has been a big part of that.
They've changed up how they have guarded this motion offense. They had a hard hedge that last possession. They're switching those screens, so they're not allowing the Zags to get into the paint to cause over-rotation as much to get open looks from 3.
This is Maud Huijbens at the free throw line out of the Netherlands, the conference 6th Woman of the Year.
Gonzaga is 1 for 9 inside the three-point line.
They've only made 3 field goals in this game.
I think the rotation defensively for Texas has a lot to do with that.
And that's going to be a foul on Shea Holly of Texas. Texas on top, 4:30 until the half. The number 1 seed in this quadrant, up 27-15 here in Portland. Ladies, thank you. Yeah, Gonzaga just 18% from the field. Had it held to a season low in the first quarter of 9 points. They've only made 3 field goals in this game. They've turned the ball over 8 times.
Gonzaga likes to move and pass the basketball, but when you're playing a good defensive team, you've got to take the best option that's there. Now, it doesn't mean that you've got to get sped up or take up quick shots, but sometimes, like coming off ball screens, Gonzaga is attacking the hedge, where if they just kept the dribble 1 more second after the post recovered, they would have drives to the basket.
Texas has got to get this shot up. And that's going to be an offensive foul against Shea Holly. That's her second. Gonzaga went over 9 minutes without a field goal. And this will be Texas basketball. What's the Texas huddle been like, Brooke?
Coach Schaefer really upset about the fouls. He said, we've got to stop fouling their post players. As you know, right now with 5, they put them on the line every single time. And then Blair Schaefer said, look, offensively, we got to start moving the ball. Everybody's holding on to it for 4, 5 seconds. And CP, you talking about the screens. When I'm seeing 2 from Gonzaga, they're not holding the screens long enough. A lot of Texas players are too strong. They're kind of pushing them out of position.
Well, and the thing that I'm seeing, Brooke, is on those ball screens, the post defense from Texas is kind of fake. It's kind of a, what do you call it, a dummy defense.
Yeah.
Because it's not really to stop anything. It's just kind of peekaboo, I'm there, and then gone. And if Gonzaga's guards would keep the ball, they'd be able to turn the corner.
Well, Ivana Ejim just picked up her 3rd foul. She was put back in the game with those 2 and now has 3, the Conference Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year and an AP All-American.
I hate that. I mean, we saw Cameron Brink go out in foul trouble. Kiki Ariofin didn't get to play very much in that first game because of foul trouble.
And Madison Booker on the bench for Texas most of this first half due to foul trouble. Both of these teams trying to overcome that so they can make it to the Elite 8. NC State is already there. They're awaiting the winner of this game. And it's left short by Brenna Maxwell. She's their leading 3-point shooter. Gonzaga just 2 of 8 from behind the 3-point line. And Texas up here in the second quarter in the Sweet 16 in Portland. Portland, Oregon, one of our 2 regional sites this year, and our final Sweet 16 game of the day, Texas and Gonzaga. And the Bulldogs offense really struggling against Texas's defense.
Well, because Texas defense has them sped up, and so you see after the ball screen is happening right there, Maxwell predetermined she was going to take the shot instead of reading the roller of the offense. When a team is pressuring you, you got to take a deep breath and slow down and read the options instead of predetermining, because if you predetermine your actions, you're falling right into the hands of what the defense wants you to do.
The Zags shooting just 15% from the field. Shaylee Gonzalez has had to run the point the most of this first half because Madison Booker in foul trouble. Amina Muhammad looking for help. And there's going to be an offensive foul against Aaliyah Moore. Her first.
You cannot take too long to give the post player the basketball. They're fighting for positioning. The defense is pushing back, and when you retaliate, you're putting your big girl in trouble down low. See another ball screen action. Aaliyah Moore was ready to help.
Kaylin Trong working here.
Okay, so now you have a mismatch because the post is out on Trong, but they can't find Hollingsworth down low.
The kick out to awaiting Esther Little, and she misses. The best three-point shooting team in the nation, 2 for 9 tonight.
Great cut by Shea Holly.
Marcella Mall, the turnaround in the lane. Rebound by Amo, and one opportunity.
Leah Moore battling down low to get offensive positioning, and then this is what she does best. Gets the and one, the emotion to get her team fired up.
Well, so much emotion for Leah Moore. She told us, looking back a year ago, I had to watch our team lose in the second round from the bench because I was coming back from that knee injury. I couldn't help them. She goes, what a difference a year makes. She has 100% confidence in that knee. She's helping Texas try to get back to the Elite Eight.
She just talked about the appreciation for the opportunity to be back. And that's when you can tell that a player really loves the game, when she shows how happy she is to be on the floor.
Shay Hawley told us she's noticed a difference in Aaliyah Moore's motor, too. She said she is high energy, go, go, go all the time now.
I love the passion that she plays with. Number 23 in white. Oh, great switching action by Texas.
It's going to be a foul against Mina Muhammad, her second.
Coach Schaefer got his arms wrapped up. He's frustrated with his team, as many fouls as they've committed.
He still has the jacket on, though.
That is a great point.
I'm surprised. Sometimes it comes off after the opening tip-off.
It is a little chilly in here.
Yeah, well. Aaliyah Moore has Texas's last 5 points in this game as we approach a minute until the half.
See, that's where you get the ball to the post quickly. Then good things can happen.
She found her teammate, Amina Muhammad. Meanwhile, no field goals for Gonzaga in almost 6 minutes. Texas's defense has been stifling. Offensive foul on Kaylin Trong as Shaylee Gonzalez steps up to take the charge.
Vic Schaefer does such a terrific job of situations. So he's going to use this full clock to get the shot. And I would say it would get it back to Shay Hawley or get it to Aaliyah Moore.
About a 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shay Hawley in the corner, swish! The lifetime Longhorn with a big bucket right before the half for Texas. And the Longhorns ended on a 10-2 run. It is a first half low, 18 points for the Zags this season. They usually shoot 49% from the field, 8th in the nation. Tonight, just 14%. Aaliyah Moore is standing by with Brooke.
Aaliyah, a sense of urgency from you and your team with Madison Booker out with 2 fouls. Give us a sense of how that feels for you.
I mean, we work on it in practice every day, putting Maddie in situations where she's not on the floor, so everyone else has to step up, and I think we've done a great job of doing that. I mean, we have to take care of the ball. Coach Schaefer said that. Under 10 turnovers, and we always have a chance to win the game if we can do that.
It's the #1 3-point shooting team in the country. You hold them to 18 points in the first half. Why is your defense so good?
Man, again, we've been working on this since last summer. But no, we've been really locked in. Our help side defense is great. We just have to make sure that we rebound, and myself included. But if we do that, we'll be fine.
All right, Aaliyah, thank you.
Thank you.
Texas, Texas, they're always working on their defense. It's paying off tonight, holding the Zags to shooting just 14%. Texas, the #1 seed, up 37-18 at the half. Back to L in the studio.
In that first half.
Let's take a look at tonight's game track, brought to you by Invesco QQQ. Texas hit 4 3-pointers. Gonzaga had a total of 3 field goals in that first half. Their lowest first half total of the season, just 14% from the field, only 18 points, and 10 of those coming from the free throw line.
And Gonzaga wasn't able to get stops in transition, really. And that's where they can be really dangerous. Ejim running in transition, and then that got quick three-point shot.
Yeah, Gonzaga is the best three-point shooting team in the nation, but tonight they have struggled just 22%. Now 20%, 2 for 10 from the three-point line.
Oh, and Texas did their damage with Madison Booker only playing 8 minutes.
Yeah, she picked up 2 early fouls. Madison Booker had to take over at the point guard position for Rory Harmon when she was injured on December 27th.
Well, Shaylee Gonzalez took over in the first half today with Booker settled with those fouls.
Kaylin Trong driving in. Gonzaga will get a second opportunity. The kick back out to Kaylee Trong.
Look how far out Gonzaga's catching the ball to start their offense.
Some great defense by Shea Hawley to stop that. Texas trying to go to its 12th Elite Eight appearance. It would be the 3rd under Vic Schaefer. Gonzaga has only been there one time. It was back in 2011. Gonzaga won for its last 19. The offense that has been its strength has really struggled tonight. And then the turnover. Let's go back to that defensive stop from Shea Hawley.
Just one-on-one defense, and I like the verticality. I think you got to give her credit for the block right there.
Shea Hawley, the Austin, Texas native. That burnt orange is in her blood. Bucket underneath Deanna Gaston, fed by Aaliyah Moore.
Shea Hawley plays like she does bleed the rust orange, because she never seems to get tired. She told us sometimes she's hiding the fact, but she just never stops with the energy.
Eliza Hollingsworth underneath the bucket. And Holly lost control of it. It'll be a Texas turnover. 10 turnovers apiece for each team. And the Longhorns get it right back. Madison Booker. And that's a blocking foul on Moore, and she is still down right now for Texas. It'll be her second as her teammates help her up. Tore her ACL last December, back in 2022.
I'm glad to see her get back up.
This is Kaylee Trong at the free throw line.
Leah Moore gave a little wiggle, like, okay, let me get everything back lined up. I'm good to go.
You know she doesn't want to come out of this game.
No.
She is slow to get back up the court, though.
Now, how do you slow down the dribble drive of Texas? Well, you've got to keep the ball on one side of the floor.
Leah Moore back on the floor on the other side, and the bucket there from Brenna Maxwell.
Leah Moore trying to walk it off, but you can tell she's in some discomfort.
It's back-to-back plays. She's found herself on the hardwood. And they are going to sub for her. Amina Muhammad will come in and give Amo a break.
Oh, you don't want to pick up your dribble there. Not that close to the half-court line.
Turnover. Shailene Gonzalez almost got it back. Kaylee Trong. Gaston turnaround is short. Brooke, how's Aaliyah Moore doing on the Texas bench?
You know, I tell you, she just got very quick treatment. And by quick, I mean she touched the back area of kind of her left hip, left back. The trainer gave it a couple squeezes. She walked right away and sat on the bench. That's one tough young woman over there.
Hey,
Said, I got this.
She said, just put some dirt on it.
Rub some dirt on it. I know that's right.
A little more life has come to the Zags.
Brenna Maxwell, just the third three-pointer today for Gonzaga, who averages almost 10 threes a game. A 7-0 run. And a travel on Madison Booker.
Burst of confidence has come from the Zags. Maxwell off the ball screen. If you're late to get there, she's money.
And then the bucket in transition by Kaylin Trong. Their defense fueling them too. They forced Texas into 4 turnovers in the Longhorns' last 6 possessions. Almost had another one. Gonzalez, the catch and shoot, the bucket. Egypt got it over to her teammate, Brenna Maxwell down low.
Zags have got life. They can get another stop. They can cut this thing into single digits.
Gonzalez showing all her range. Free throw line, the three-point line, whatever Texas needs. She's got 13. Third foul against Amina Muhammad of Texas. But Shailene Gonzalez, 13 points to lead the Longhorns right now, including 3 threes.
Now the Zags are trying to make a run, but it's Gonzalez that is so quick with the trigger. She brought that from DePaul. She can shoot it.
Well, Gonzaga royalty in the house, Courtney Vandersloot, who was the Naismith Award winner, 3-time Conference Player of the Year. She helped Gonzaga make history back in 2011. Their only time getting to the Elite 8. Now, they lost to Stanford in that game. She had 25 points, but Gonzaga trying to make it now 2 Elite 8s if they can come back and win this game. It'd be the first since that 2011 run.
One of the best point guards to play in the history of Gonzaga basketball, and I love the uniforms.
Yeah,
she could
huge.
fit 3 Vandersloots in one uniform.
Gonzaga was held to a season low 18 points in the first half of this game, but their offense looking better in this third quarter. How have they changed it?
Well, they've picked up the intensity defensively. and then they've sped up offensively, taking quicker shots, getting good shots, good looks, and their cuts seem to be much more crisp.
Zags have hit their last 3 shots. Kaylin Trog looking for some space over to Hybens.
Leah Moore is back on the floor. I'd go at her off the bounce.
Trong will, but lost the basketball. There's going to be a kick ball.
One of the biggest differences for Gonzaga is, okay, first you feel the pressure of Texas in the first half. Now in the second half, they're used to it. They know what to expect.
Able to work it around all 3 sides of the floor, too. That's something we didn't see much in the first half. Swatted away by Madison Booker underneath, up ahead to Gonzalez. Inside to Moore.
Moore's hurt.
Yeah, she's still down on the floor on the other end for Texas. Shaylee Gonzalez dives in the passing lane. Moore trying to get up with some help.
She immediately grabbed the back of her leg.
The same one with the brace on it.
You guys, I'm actually right in front or behind Texas's bench, and when she went down, she grabbed the back of her leg and just said, I'm cramping, and then just saw a Texas representative from their staff say the same thing. So let's hope that's all it is.
Yes, they're taking a look at her just off to the side near the Texas bench.
Zags were able to make a run when Aaliyah Moore was off the floor.
Gonzalez, a little floater. 15 points and a 6-0 run for Texas as Shaylee Gonzalez, the transfer from BYU, making a difference for Texas here. Shooting 60% from the field.
And you see Vic Schaefer pumping his fists. He likes that defensive effort from the Longhorns.
Still wearing the jacket in the third quarter.
Okay, he's got about a minute and a half. I'm saying in that fourth quarter, it may come off. He's trying to get this team to the Elite Eight.
He's done it 2 other times in his previous 3 seasons at Texas. That one hops out for Muhammad. You know, we got the chance yesterday to talk to Shea Holley as Madison Booker whistled for her 3rd foul. And Shea Holley, a player that came in as a freshman, that was Coach Schaefer's first year at Texas, and she said, I've seen him change a lot. He trusts this team more. It's his players. He's set the expectation. There's a standard now that's his standard at Texas. And he's given them a little bit more freedom to, hey, if I tell you got to be here at this time, you're there at this time.
Because he sees how hard they play, and Shea Holley is one that sets that example. Number 10 in white. And she talks about seeing the alumni, they come to practice, the banners that are hanging in their new arena.
It's the 3rd against Hybens. 5 points now for Amina Muhammad. Make it 6.
Well, guys, Aaliyah Moore was over here continuing to stretch, the training staff working on her, and she took a Hot Shots, which is an anti-cramping liquid, and it definitely didn't taste good because it took her a few gulps to get that down, but look how much it brought her back to life.
She's up cheering off the bench. 1 minute, 1 second to go in the third quarter, and Texas up, looking towards the Elite Eight. It's time now for Get More, brought to you by Geico. And we want to take you back to March 30th, 1986. Texas became the first NCAA team to go undefeated and win a national championship. 97-81 against USC, led by the great Jody Conrad. And she is here today watching her Texas Longhorns play in the Sweet 16. Coach Beck, I know you had to play against Coach Conrad's team that year. How was that for you?
Well, when I played at Vanderbilt and we played at Texas, and Jody Conrad was known for the run and jump full court press. And I have to admit, we struggled to get the ball across the court, get it across half court because of the pressure defense. And Andrea Lloyd, who's one of our ESPN colleagues, was one of the first clips you saw in that highlight. She's here today watching as a fan.
Of course, Texas, we mentioned, being the first NCAA team to go undefeated. South Carolina trying to do that. More chances for the Zags here. Yvonne Ejim. She's been in foul trouble most of the evening. With 10 minutes to go. All eyes on the Elite Eight, and Texas is up. We will talk to their head coach, Vic Schaefer, when we come back to Portland. The NCAA Women's Championship is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Moments ago, Brooke caught up with Texas head coach Vic Schaefer.
Coach, you were able to fight off a feisty Gonzaga's team in that third quarter. What is it going to take to close this one out and get you to the Elite Eight?
Yeah, same. I mean, you see how hard our kids are playing, man. So proud of them. They're playing their guts out on defense. We got to keep doing that. That's a heck of an offensive team down there, so we need 10 more minutes of it.
Aaliyah Moore has been out getting stretched, taking some cramp liquids to help her get back in this game. How much do you need her down the stretch?
Yeah, we need her.
All right, Coach.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, they definitely do. Time now for tonight's Capital One rewarding performance. Shaylee Gonzalez, she's shooting 60% from the field.
She has picked up the slack with Aaliyah Moore having to be out. She's 6 for 10 from the floor, 3 for 5 from the three-point line, 15 points on the night. But it's not just her scoring. She's got 4 assists, and on the defensive end, hey, she's been a thief. She's got 2 steals to add to it.
15 points for Shaylee Gonzalez. She had just 2 points in the second round against Alabama, was 1 for 5 from the field, so totally different night for Shaylee. 10 minutes to go here. We saw a turnaround from Gonzaga in the third quarter. They scored almost as many points in the third quarter as they did in the entire first half.
The ball, like you pointed out, got to the third side. They were able to move it. They have handled this pressure a little bit better in the third quarter, and Ejim has gotten going.
Yvonne Ejim, the conference player of the year, that puts her into double figures with 10. She picked up 3 fouls in the first half and has been limited tonight.
And now the Zags have gone to a 1-3-1 zone.
So how do you break this if you're Texas? That'll be the second on Gonzalez.
When you're facing a 1-3-1, you want to get into a 2-1-2 set. Opposite. You don't want to be matched up with them. Get a two guard front, and then look at your diagonal options.
We'll see how Texas adjusts on their next possession. Ejim up and in, back to back.
So you see a 2-guard front. Shaylee Gonzalez comes up top with Madison Booker.
That's going to be off of Texas and Zags basketball. Phi back in the game for Texas, replacing Gaston.
Gonzaga's got experience on the floor. There's been no panic.
And Aaliyah Moore gets fouled, going to the basket. That'll be against Hollingsworth, her third.
Von Ejim gave the traveling symbol. I think Aaliyah Moore may have gotten away with one at the top as well.
First one is good. The NCAA Women's Championship continues tonight with the Sweet 16. Runs through Sunday, April 7th when we crown a champion. For more information, go to ncaa.com, your home for all 90 NCAA championships. Aaliyah Moore got it right back.
Zags have changed to going back to their man-to-man defense.
The foul is against Phi, her third. Tipped it into the backcourt. 7 seconds now for Ejim to work. Short in the paint. Shea Holly almost banked it in. Instead, her teammate, Aaliyah Moore, will. And then Texas forces a turnover thanks to Holly.
Now, each possession that Gonzaga gets, if they're going to chip away at this lead, they've got to run, but run smart.
What does run smart look like?
Well, you've got to make sure when you're throwing the ball up the pass, up the sideline, you've got to read not only where your player is, but where is the defense, and to be patient, because as long as you've got Ejim running down Main Street in the middle, that would give you options. Give her time to get there.
And she's so good at running the floor. Two and a half minutes without points for the Zags. And this will be Texas ball. That's the fourth on Ejim.
The shot of whatever Aaliyah Moore took has given her her energy back.
Now we saw her cramping up in the third quarter, but she's back on the floor for Texas. Booker has her pocket picked by Kaylee Trong. Phi with the scrappy play on the hardwood.
Gonzalez recognizes they don't have numbers. Get your offense set. Hattie Fye is down on the block. She can get it on the diagonal. She's going to have a small guard on her.
Second foul against Brenna Maxwell.
Madison Booker giving a little look of frustration. Trong has been all over her in this second half.
And Madison Booker just 4 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Was limited in the first half with early foul trouble. Eliza Hollingsworth with the 3.
That's what running smart in transition looks like. You want to go fast, but you don't want to be in a hurry. So as the Zags come down the floor, you see how everybody's spaced out. Trong pulls it back. Hollingsworth then has time to get her feet set and knock down the 3. A good pass fake by Moore.
Then she can go inside to 5. Lee Trung puts up the shot. Oh! And Madison Booker and Lee Trung, a hard collision. That'll be the 4th foul on Booker. She's helped up by her teammates. So is Kaylee Trong.
And both players going for the basketball, shoulder to shoulder. That looks painful.
And Madison Booker will have to be subbed out with 4 fouls. Well, under 5 minutes to go to decide who is moving on to the Elite 8. They will face NC State, who's getting their scout on right now. Either Texas or Gonzaga moving on. When the LSU Tigers trying to go back-to-back, here is how their portion of the bracket shapes up. We'll get to see Kim Mulkey, Angel Reese, and company take the stage tomorrow in Albany at 1 Eastern on ABC. Winner of UCLA, LSU will get either Iowa or Colorado.
It's going to be a fun game to watch. LSU go against UCLA. Kiki Rice, Flau'jae Johnson matched up. The post inside, you got Lauren Betts. Got a tangle with Angel Reese inside.
That's a 2 for Shea Holly. It has been all Texas Longhorns most of this Sweet 16 game. They only gave up 9 points each to Gonzaga in the first and second quarters. Only 18 total points in that first half.
And having to do so with Madison Booker in some foul trouble. The freshman back on the floor. It's been a tough night. She has 7 turnovers. And some NCAA tournament experience.
She's coming off a great performance against Alabama, 21 points in that second round win. Moore never giving up on the play.
That second effort from number 23 in white. Key to the success of the Longhorns.
5 double-doubles for Aaliyah Moore, back-to-back in the NCAA tournament. She's had double-figure points now in her last 7 games. You get the sense, too, this Texas team, they feel like they can handle anything that's thrown their way after they lost their All-American point guard, Rory Harmon, in December. They're just tough.
Everybody is ready to bring energy to the floor. One man down, the next woman up.
And they have. It's time for tonight's Star Stories, brought to you by Honda. Take a look at the double-figure scorers for Texas tonight. Shaylee Gonzalez with 15. Shay Holly's got 12. Aaliyah Moore's got 16. Phi gets the first free throw to go.
Hattie Phi has brought some tremendous minutes. When Aaliyah Moore went down, had some injury issues after some collisions, having to step in when Madison Booker had to go out, move Shaylee Gonzalez to that point position. Phi has come in, so has Muhammad. Good minutes for the Longhorn.
Ejim in trouble.
She didn't even look at the basket.
Hollingsworth just trying to get the foul call, did not. Gonzaga came in as an offensively strong team. First in the nation in three-point percentage, 10th in the nation in points per game. And Texas's defense has given them all they can handle and more. Shooting 28% from the field is Gonzaga. 7 seconds here for the Longhorns. Gonzalez with a no-look pass over to Phi, and free throws again.
But Gonzalez, with the awareness of what where the shot clock is, and getting something going to the rim to at least come out of that with a free throw opportunity.
And that's going to be the 5th foul on Yvonne Ejim. The West Coast Conference Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year. 14 points, 5 rebounds for her tonight. There's Madison Booker, and Texas used the entire half court, moving that ball.
I mean, from side to side, and Madison Booker looked like her idol right there, and Kevin Durant on that drive.
That's why she wears 35.
The attack and turning the corner strong to get the finish.
Shay Holly, Aaliyah Moore both check out, and the Texas fans on their feet with applause. Shay Holly with 12 points tonight. Amo, as they call her, with 16. Despite cramping up in the third quarter.
It did not stop her. She didn't want to come out of the game when she did. Had to, with some cramping issues. When she did get retired for the game, goes over and gave Vic Schaefer a big hug. He is so proud of this team.
They're 90 seconds away from the Elite Eight.
The defense for Texas has just been stifling.
So we were so interested to see how this matchup would shape out. A methodical, disciplined style of offense for Gonzaga against Texas' scrappy, tough-nosed defense, and it's been the Texas Longhorns with the advantage most of the night.
The impressive thing about Texas, too, is Vic Schaefer had to go to his reserves, and they delivered.
Eliza Hollingsworth down on the court for the Zags right now. Hollingsworth, one of their international players out of Melbourne, Australia, a all-conference second-team selection today, this season. She's down right now as the training staff is attending to her.
Oh, she looks in great pain.
Her teammates obviously so concerned for her. She's played so tough tonight, trying to get open and do everything she can for her Zags.
Well, she's been a big part of their success, shooting career best, having career best in points, rebounds, and assists per game.
If you're just joining us, it's Eliza Hollingsworth out of Australia who's down right now for Gonzaga. They will help her up. She's favoring that left leg. She'll be helped off the court here. Here's what happened on the last play. It just came down and looked like she rolled that left ankle. And we'll go ahead and take her back off of the court towards the locker rooms. We hope the best for Eliza. Claire O'Connor will come in and shoot the free throws for Hollingsworth. And Texas can let this clock run out. If you were on the outside looking in, you may have thought that Texas was done in December when they lost Rory Harmon, but this team said, no, we are not. A #1 seed in the NCAA tournament, and they are back in the Elite Eight for the third time in 4 seasons under Vic Schaefer.
One thing that's always going to be in Vic Schaefer's bag is his defense. And he was able to hold a top shooting, an efficient offense of Gonzaga to shooting 27%. Holds the Gonzaga Zags to a season low in points today, only allowing 47 tonight.
Just 18 points allowed in the first half to Gonzaga.